Hi, and welcome to this brief introduction on how to make some passive income actually selling photos of your feet. Believe it or not, that's absolutely correct. We're always looking for creative ways in which individuals are making side gig and side hustle money out there. And when we came across this concept, we said we really just have to look at it and create a video showing others so that they're aware of it. Believe it or not, this is Feet Finders. Feet Finder is actually the URLs at the top of one of the most popular sites people are using to make money on the side, literally just selling photos of their feet. Now, I will say this, that you have to definitely be 18 years or older. And if you notice on this site, if you have the opportunity to visit it, you're going to find some explicit information, photos, explicit videos. It doesn't mean that you're not going to necessarily have access to the full portfolio of people's explicit content, but it goes without saying that you need to be comfortable being associated with a site that does have this type of content. Now, I want to say this. You do not have to post explicit content on this site to sell photos of your feet and make money. People are literally making money simply by taking photos of themselves, whether they have socks on, whether they have heels on, and literally posting it on this site and making some pretty decent side money. Passive income, again, something for you to absolutely consider. Now, I will say this, that there is a fee associated with joining this site. Unfortunately, it's not free. And again, I'm not promoting this site. Really just wanted to create a video showing other individuals various creative ways to make money. And this just happens to be one of them. So let's see how much you actually have to pay to join this site to sell photos of your feet. Now, if you notice here at Feet Finder, it's very simple here. They're going to say that you can get a subscription for $5 a month, or you can sign up for $15 for the year. So that's pretty much it. Obviously, it goes without saying they're going to go through a verification process. And as you make money on this site, they obviously, at the end of the day, have to pay you. But then, of course, have to issue you the standard 1099. So as they indicate, the subscription can be monthly or yearly. And I have no doubt that those fees go in alignment with, again, just verifying you are who you say you are. Now, with that being said, when it comes to actually physically making money on this site, individuals will definitely get an 80-20 split. So if someone buys a photo of your feet in the various forms, as you can see here, whether it's you have a photo of your feet just with the soles, the high heels, lotion, pedicure, you even got people posting just photos of their feet in socks. If someone actually buys one of your photos, you get an 80-20 split. 80% goes into your pocket and 20% actually goes to Feet Finder. Now, again, I am not promoting this site. I am merely just presenting a video for you to understand that there are creative ways in which you can make money out there if that, in fact, is what you're considering. Now, with that being said, you cannot also post videos. So let's go ahead and actually look into what you're going to see actually with the profiles. And if you notice here, once you create a profile, you're going to have the ability to create a handle. And one of the things that people do is they actually create a stock of a few free photos to entice people to actually follow them or actually just go ahead and download that free image with the intent to then, of course, upsell with additional purchases that they may want to make. If you notice here, this individual created a profile that's free, that you can actually get a few free images. Again, enticing people to click her profile and actually gain access and maybe follow her so she can make some additional money. Over here, this individual actually, as you see here, set a price tag of $8. It's a very simple process. If you notice here, the image is locked. If you like the image, buy it for $8 and you can download it. And again, this is not just limited to photos. You can honestly sell videos of your feet. And believe it or not, there is a market out there. Now, for those who are familiar with OnlyFans, which is a more explicit content site out there, again, not promoting that site, but I will say this, that you are able to create a profile and sell your feet on Feet Finders and actually post information that entices people to actually subscribe to your OnlyFans page. Now let's go ahead and take a little bit more of a look as to what someone's profile looks like. Now, I specifically chose this profile because it didn't have a lot of content, and I wanted to make sure that it was okay for YouTube's channels and to adhere to YouTube's policies. Now, if you notice here, it's going to give an indication to people uh, right here as to how 5 minutes ago, what was the most recent time in which this photo, this profile was accessed. It's going to show up at the top here, how many photos have you posted on your actual page? How much videos do people have? And more importantly, how many followers do you have? As you notice here, people can actually even tip you. So they can follow you, they can tip you, they can make you an offer, and they can even message you. If you scroll on down a little bit more here, you do have the ability to create an about me. By all means, we can do this because she publicly posted this profile. But if you notice here, it's just a little quick synopsis as to who you are, a little bit of your specs as far as your physique. Again, just to entice people to actually follow you and actually purchase photos of your feet. Now over here, obviously it goes without saying that if they like what they see, they can leave a review, much as like any other site that you'd find out there. And as I mentioned before, you do have the ability to click social links. And of course, this individual, this one doesn't have much content, but you can see here that they actually have the ability to do social links. Media just takes them back into what they can see, which is videos. They can see photos, they can see a gallery. And again, it shows you here that this individual, for an example, is selling a photo of her feet, that if you wanted to purchase it, you can purchase it for $5. And of course, it goes without saying that as you post these photos, you have the ability to put like a little blurb to entice people to get them to actually make a purchase. Again, it's an 80-20 split, an extremely creative way to make some passive income. Now, right over here is actually Fun with Feet. Fun with Feet is another type of platform out there similar to Feet Finder that gives you the ability to post photos with your feet and make money. Now, I will say this about this particular site. It's similar theme as you can see to Feet Finder. You're going to have the categories up at the top, whether you have photos of socks, lotion, tattoos, maybe high heels. You're going to have your little profile. And again, people do free versus locked. What I will say about Fun with Feet takes a 50% cut of whatever it is that you make. Listen to that, 50%, which is a hefty amount of money to fork over for photos and videos that are yours. So if you are looking for a creative way to make passive income, by all means, consider Feet Finder. Again, you do not have to post explicit information out there. You can solely create clean photos of yourself, or that is your feet. No one's going to know who it is that you are. Again, I always emphasize this with an exclamation point. Use a pseudonym when you create your profiles online. Maintain your privacy and give yourself the opportunity, if you're interested, for $15 a year or maybe $5 a month, try it out. Who knows? Maybe you'll make some decent passive income simply by selling photos of your feet online. And again, I hope that you like this quick tutorial on a creative way to make passive income. And as I emphasized before, we are not promoting this service. We are simply introducing creative ways to make money. I look forward to seeing you into the next video.